Hello everyone, good day and welcome to my channel. A channel where we make structural engineering easy and simple. I want to say big thank you to everyone that has subscribed. I really appreciate that, and those who are yet to subscribe, please click the subscribe button, click the like button. You can share videos when you subscribe, and we put up videos like this. You will be notified and you will benefit from our videos. So if you've benefited or you found our video educative or beneficial, please, you can encourage us. The only way you can encourage us is by clicking the subscribe button. And all who has been sending great comments, encouraging words, I want to say thank you very much. And all our subscribers that have been asking questions and also giving us encouraging words, I want to say thank you. Also, I still notice that people comment without telling us where they are from or where they are commenting from. I would encourage us that when next we ask a question or say anything, please tell us where you are commenting from. So we'll dive straight right in. We've gotten different people sending questions and we'll be answering them today. The first person that commented is John Ogro from Port Harcourt. John Ogro from Port Harcourt, you said, "You have made my day, sir. God bless you." Thank you, John Ogro. We really appreciate those words. They are really encouraging. I appreciate you too. We also have another one from Mayaga James Osman. James Osman. He said, "Sir, can you help us with the structural drawing file to help learn how to organize our own work?" The file you are talking about has been uploaded in one of our videos. Please check our videos. You see that's how to organize. I think the video should be how to organize your construction drawing. Check the description. We've placed the link to where you can get my file. The AutoCAD file I use for that training is there. So once you get there, you can see the file that I used in that training. So we also have another subscriber, Hamzat Mohammed. You said, "Well done, sir. God bless you." Thank you, Hamza. My question is, we have different reinforcement in different stories, but the same column position. How do we do it? What I mean is, we have 4Y16 in column 1C1 ground floor. Then we now have 4Y25 in column 2C1 first floor. The same position, different story. How do we go about it? Thanks. Hamza will be talking about how do I detail my columns, how do I design and detail my columns today. So just pay attention to this video. I will give you the basics, the breakdown of how I go about my work. But Hamza, you didn't tell us where you are chatting from. We also have Yaga James Osman. He says, "Sir, I still have problem on the column detail. I would love if you show us how you are doing it manually." Mayaga, that is what I am going to do. So just pay attention. Pay attention to the end. There are very important information that I will be sharing today. And if you don't pay attention to the end, you will miss it. So I this is what we are going to do. Our topic today I would say is how I design my columns and detail it. Let's assume if you want to know how I model and design, please check our other videos. I will not be explaining that today, but what I will be dealing with is the column detailing. So this, I've run the analysis, I've run the design. So if you still don't know how, please check our other videos. They are very explanatory. I did a very good work explaining it in detail in the previous videos. So this has been done. And when you go to your concrete, go to column, if you look carefully, this is C1, this is C1, C1, 2C1, 3C1. This is a 5-floor building. Then if you look carefully here, our C1, which is the ground floor, is having 4y16 plus 2y16, which is 6y16. But on the second floor, we're having 6y20. 6y20. Please pay attention. This was Hamza Mohammed's question. And I said something that I don't use the design protastructure gives me in column to do my column detailing and design. If you understand how we go about design, you would appreciate if something is not done properly. 6y, from all designs, your first floor or your ground floor should take the maximum reinforcement of your column. The maximum reinforcement of your column. Please pay attention. This is very, very important. So if you have an issue like this, now our second floor is having more reinforcement than our first floor. Hamza asks, how do we go about it? So please pay attention and I will explain how to go about it. This is it. We close here. Now, if we look carefully, we are seeing this is the C1. We have C2 here, we have C4, we have C12. All these are all on first floor. Then we come to second floor. You come to second floor, you see your C21. You go to third floor. This is C3. You go to your fourth floor. 4. This is the fifth floor. Then you have your sixth floor, your roof, the roof level. So how do I go about it? The first thing I do in this issue, I come to this active window settings and virtual interrogation. I come to column plan display. I click ASIA loads. I come here and I check the combination loads that I want to appear. I want this to appear. I want this to appear. I want this to appear. So as many as you want, you can now say OK. Once you say OK, if you look, you see your column load. All these are the column combination, or if you prefer to do it manually, if you come to this place here, you come here, you can click on dead and life. These are the unfactored dead and life load, and you can factor them to get your combination load. So you say OK. When you say OK, now this is our dead load, this is our life load, these two. But the combination 1 plus 4 GK plus 1.6 QK will give us either of these, depending on what you do. If you want to do it manually or you prefer any of all this combination, this is it. So if you look at this, this is our first floor, our ground and first floor. If you come here, the second floor, it has reduced. Please pay attention. Look at this, we're having 553.3. This is the maximum, and on your second floor you're having 453.6. so there's no way your second floor would be higher than your first floor. Please pay attention, it is very, very important. So the sequence is your ground floor carries the maximum load in your column. It carries the maximum load in your column. So if you the higher you go, if you go up, this thing keeps reducing. You go further, it keeps reducing. This is it. This is what I will do. So pay attention. So after I've gotten this part, there's another program I use in solving my problem. But pay attention, please pay attention to the end. This, I cannot emphasize it enough. Columns at the edge of these extremes don't carry much load as the ones in the middle. Pay attention to that. Please pay attention that columns, if you are looking, your worst load cases would be these columns at this middle. The columns at the middle carries more load than the columns at the extremes. So let's look at it. We are having this as the maximum combination is 553. Let's come here. We are having 1640. Why? Because this is in the middle, is carrying this column, and this, why this is just carrying very few load. If we come here, we are having 900 here. We're having 900. So what I do is I group the columns. I group them by the loads they are carrying. So 1640, 1634, oh, this is even higher. So look at this. This is 2858. So I group the load differently. So I'll group this as C1. This is C1. I will do the design of all these 2000 plus load as one set of columns. This is even higher, 3378. So this will be another column. This is 33. So this, I will group this and this as one column. I'll group 2000 plus kilonewton as another column. I will group 1640 as another column. So if you pay attention, we've gotten C1, C2, C3. Then this 900, 1000 column as another. So I have C4. So this, okay, we have 18. I will group this as, I may even group 18 with 238. It's better you, instead of me grouping 18 with 16 and I'm designing with 16, I would prefer I design 18 and group them with 16, or you just make them separate columns. You make this one C, maybe C5, this 66. So the load, the load the column is carrying, we determine the size and the size of that column and the number of reinforcements in that column. This is how you group your column. If the column have the same size and the same reinforcement, it becomes one type of column. So that's how you determine. And column phase based on two incidents. One, either the size of that column is not enough, or the reinforcement is not enough. Very important. Please pay attention to that. So after we've done that, what do? There's a program I use, which is the Excel sheet I've been talking about. You can browse for this Excel sheet. You can browse for it. I think is you check for it and online for this Excel sheet for design. So normally with this, it gives us the FCU of the concrete we are using. It gives us the steel we are using. Then this is the section, the height, the breadth. These are the numbers of columns to be used. Then with this, it gives us our height and the top end condition and the bottom condition. If it's braced, you say yes, yes, and with that you can determine if your column is short or slender. Then this floor, ground floor, you put the load that the column is carrying. With this, it will now tell you if it's okay or not. Then here will now be what the number of your reinforcement will appear. So with this, these are the informations I use. Like now we said we have this as, let's start with C1, which is 3378.7, 3378.7. So if we do that, we already made this as 230 by 600, which is the if you look at this is our column. This is what the size we've estimated, because the higher you go, 230 by 230 cannot hold it, so you need to increase the size of your column. So we are using 230 by 600. So we place it there. We said 3 here, 2 here, so we have like 6 bars, and it's giving us 6y or 6r40, which is too much. What you do next is either you increase your reinforcement by making it 4, making it 8 instead of 4. So if you look carefully, what this thing is showing to us is that reinforcement will not work. Either we now increase this, or we can say 230, then we increase 650. It's giving us 832. So what we can do, because my target is making the reinforcement to be within Y25 or less. So let's see if we increase the number of reinforcements. Let's see if we increase the number of reinforcements. Whoa, it's still giving us. So this is how we do it. It's giving us 10, or we now increase this to 300. This is how I play with my column. Okay, 6. If you look carefully, okay, with this now, I will say that position we are having 12y25 at, we're having 12y25 at 300 by 600, 300 by 600. 300 by 600. This is what I'm having. 300 by 600. So now, like what I explained earlier, I've gotten this. I will now go to my column. Normally from that other drawing, the file I sent earlier, we are having just ground and first floor. So but now we need 5 floors, which we can still do by just copying this. If whatever you have, we now say we add, okay, second, third, fourth, fifth, and roof. We say this is the roof, copy it out. The roof, we'll say this will make second floor, make this the second floor. Second floor, second floor. We do this second floor, we say this is the third floor, this is the fourth, this is the fifth, and that's the roof. So what we do is to change, we change it to the fifth floor, fifth floor. So when you finish all this, your work becomes neat and you are very sure. The fourth floor, fourth level, we have the third level, we have the third level, this. So we have this already. So what do? You move this out. You can say you move this out, we move it out. We move this out. We move it to this. Okay, we can move this out, or 2 ways. Instead of that, we'll move that out. Instead of that, we just copy this. It takes a bit of time, but when you finish the work, it's very, very neat, and you are so sure that yes, what you have done will stand the test of time. What you have done will stand the test of time. So all what you need to do is to make sure you arrange your drawing so that you can add up any other one you want to add up. So you can make this is no longer 300. Yeah, yes, we've done that. So please pay attention. You can now copy this out. Copy this out. It will take some time, but you will have to be patient. Copy, we say 1, 2, and 3. Good. So good. So with this, you can still copy your floor. You say this, and we are good. So this, so listen carefully. Let me just explain some things here. Now we have from our peak. Now we are having 12y25. We change this to 25. Good. Please pay attention. There's something I want to explain that if you don't pay attention, you will miss it. you will miss it. What is the lap length? Because whatever thing you use, you have as your ground floor to first floor reinforcement for your column is still the same thing you use as your starter in your foundation. Please, this is very, very important. If you miss this, you miss everything. So whatever you use in your ground to first floor reinforcement is the same thing you will use in your starter bars. Then there are the kicker. This is normal kicker, is 75 mm. Then your lap length, please pay attention to this lap length. Very important to this, your lap length. Okay, so we are here. Okay, lap length, we have your lap length. Please pay attention. Your lap length, how do you determine your lap length? Is 45 multiplied by the diameter. So now our diameter is 25. So if you multiply this, your lap length must not be less than maybe 1.125. Okay, we can say 1.2. That is what you do. So we are having, let's say we move 400 more, 400. Good, and that would be your lap length. That would be your lap length. So if you are lapping, depending on the size, let's assume now instead of 25, we have 16. Lap length of 16 will be different from the lap length of diameter 20 or diameter 20. Whatever you do, if it's 20 is your diameter, so your lap length must not be less than 900, or we are using 25, so it must not be less than 1.2. Let's use that. Then pay attention, please. Since we have this 25 as our diameter, the minimum link, the size of the link you use, the minimum size of link must not be less than the diameter divided by 4. Diameter divided by 4. So whatever you use as your link must not be less than 6.2, or let's say, because we don't have this, you can say it must not be less than 8. But based on the present reinforcement in the market, some look smaller than that, so I would advise you just stick to diameter 10 as your links that you use in tying it. Then the maximum spacing between them, please pay attention. The maximum spacing between the link must not be greater than 12 multiplied by the diameter. 12, let's say 12 must not be greater than 12 multiplied by the diameter. So whatever you do, your link, okay, if we have 16 times 12, your link must not go above this. So most time for 16 we use 175, but for 20, most time for 20 we use 200. Then for 25, most time, since it's 300, you can do 250, 200, just to be safe. It must not be greater than this, so we can use 200 if we choose to. So if we say 200 here, if we are using 200 200, you now say 200 divided by the height of your columns, paying attention to this 150 and the rest. So if you divide that, you will be having, divided by this, you'll be having 15. So this is it. This is how you get your links and the spacing of your link, your spacing. Then also we have this, and you know from our analysis and design, we have 600. So if we say 600, we can say 370. You stretch it 370. You play with your work. This is it. And you know we said the width is 300. So this is it. But before we do that, before we do this, I would say it's advisable just copy this out somewhere. Just keep it first while you edit your work. You can say 370, and we say we stretch to 600, which is 370. So we've stretched this, and we know we have 12 y 25, making it 6. We have here 1, we have 2, we have 3, and we have 4. We say change this to 25, we change this to 12. At we're having, you can make it so that you with this, you know, you have 12 y 25. So this is how we go about it. So if you cut your section, we are looking at it like this. This is what you have. So if we now come here, this is it. If we say we are going to our second floor, we're having 2697. 2697. You can say something about this is, if we say 2697, it will still give us the same 12 number, even if it's reducing. So what we'll advise is, you can put all of them together, but it will force you to have same number of reinforcement. So if you do this, we can also, okay, we choose to reduce back to 230, and it's still giving us 12. Let's see if we reduce by 5, making it 10. It's still giving us 10y25. 10y25. If we choose to make it 4, it's giving us 32, which we don't want. So let's leave it at that, giving us 5, 10, 25, 10, 25. So we go with that to this next level, 10, 25. Okay, we can choose to do it. Let's move this again. We can say 10, 10, 25, 25, but, or we can choose to, let's see, if we still leave it at 300, it's giving us 10y 20 or R20 depending. So there is something, please pay attention to this. When designing, two things is very important. It is either you increase the concrete, the sides, and reduce the reinforcement. Go. While you are designing based on 3 assumption or three criteria. One, you design based on functionality. 12y25 or 10y25 will work same as 10y20. So that's for functionality, is working. But in terms of economy, we design based on economy too. If 10y20 will do the work that 10y25 is doing, so it's more economical to use the 10y20. So it's better you increase the size of your column to reduce the size of your reinforcement. I hope that is very clear. So what we can do is we just copy this to this next position. We have this as, you can copy this. It's a gradual process, but you are so sure of your work and you can sleep anytime, any day after you finish your design. You won't have a design that people will be calling you that the building has issue. The best thing about design is you design and you go to sleep. After you finish your work, no, if they take your work to site or for approval, it will just go easily with no issue. So we say this is 10 and this is y10. So this is how you do it. Move to the next. Next says this is 20. This is 20 and 2013 or 31. Same process. We can take this at 2021. We choose to reduce now. If we reduce it, still give us 10y20. If we say 4, it's okay, good. So if 10y20 will work and 8y20 will work, based on economy, we go with 8y20. Move to the next one. 8y20, we move up. 8y20, let's take this one up here gradually. 8y20 will come here, and so as you can see, we have 8y20 and this 8y20, we reduce this to 70, having 8y20. Then we move to our fourth floor. Okay, please pay attention. It's a manual. It's a manual stuff. We do it manually. It's a manual stuff. It takes a bit of time, but your presentation will be wonderful after you finished it. It's easy. I'm only explaining, that's why I'm taking a lot of time. It's quite fast when I'm not explaining. So check our old work that I've put my drawings, the what's it called, the file I use in working. Okay, is it 25 we are at? Okay, so this is what you do. Okay, the next is you go to the next one, which is 137. 1374, 1374. We have our 1374. We're having 10y12. So let's see if we reduce this to 4, it's still giving us 12. We do 3, it's still giving us 12. But they have minimum spacing for minimum spacing. So what we do is, instead of 8y12, which is very small, we do 8y16. 16 because of the minimum spacing of our work. Minimum spacing, do 8y16. 16, do 8y16. Gonna do 8y16 and 8y16. There are two ways we can do it. We can either reduce the size of the column, or you choose to run the column with the same size all through. It all depends on what you, the designer, wants. What you, the designer, wants. You can choose that all through. Choose to have that all through. Choose to have that all through. It's based on your choice, based on what you are saying. You can choose to do anything you want. Anything you want. That is it. Anything you want. You can choose to do that. Anything you want. So with this, you can go back to the 5th. 57, 726, 726, 726. It's the 8y12. So we can choose to use that at 816. 816. If we do 616, I think the spacing will be too much. 300 by 300. Okay, but let's use 816. I hope you understand what we did. We say 816 here. Just take some time to change. 816. 816. 816. I will say 816. 816. This is what we do. We can either change it to 230 by 230 or 450 by 230. It all depends on you, but this is just to explain how it's been done, how it is being done. So we choose to do that, and voila, whatever it is, you can bet, yes, you can bet that you have done your design. This is how I do my own design. So even if it's 100 floors, same principle, same principle, same principle. So this is how I do my column design manually. So if you've benefited from this class, please, from this video, please, we would love you to hit the subscribe button. That is the only way you can encourage us to do more. That is the only way you can encourage us to do more, and that is the only way you are paying for what we are doing. is by showing us. That's the only way you can show your appreciation of our efforts, our time. It's really time consuming creating videos of this pattern. We are dishing out knowledge for free. These are contents they pay for. These are content we do seminars for, and they paid for it. So if we do that, we would love you to just subscribe. If you've not subscribed, that is the only way you are encouraging us to do more videos. So if you still have any question about how to go about it, please drop your questions at the comment section, and we will be glad to answer them. We will be glad to answer them. Thank you very much. So till we bring out the next video, please remain blessed. See you. Bye.